Remember that if you're going to fail, fail small. The last thing you want to do is to complete a large rollout of education on one tool, only to find out that the tool needed more refining. And by scaling down, I mean scaling down the number of patients or doctors or others involved in the test. Go with a thought of sample the next 10 instead of getting a sample of 200. Scale down the location to 1 unit instead of all units. Scale down the duration of the test, 1 day instead of 1 week, 1 week instead of 1 month, 1 shift instead of all shifts. Pick willing volunteers. Work with those who want to work with you and who will give you honest feedback about what worked and what didn't. Avoid the need for consensus, buy-in, or political solutions, especially in the early testing phases. And don't reinvent the wheel. Instead, replicate changes made elsewhere. For example, instead of creating your own treatment protocol, try to modify another hospital's protocol. Look for the concepts that seem most feasible and will have the greatest impact, and pick the easy changes to try first. Avoid technical slowdowns. Don't wait for the new computer to arrive. Try recording test measurements and charting trends with paper and pencil instead. Reflect on results of every change, not just the ones that work. Too often, people avoid reflecting on failure. Remember that teams often learn very important lessons from failed tests of change. Some of the questions a team should ask themselves after making a change are, what did we expect to happen and what did happen? What were the unintended consequences? What was the best thing about this change and what was the worst? What might we do next? Perhaps one of the most important tips is to be prepared to end the test of change. If the test shows that it's not leading to improvement, the test should be stopped. These failed tests of change are natural parts of the improvement process. And honestly, if a team experiences very few failed tests of change, it's probably not pushing the boundaries of innovation very far.